Sure, starter Pokemon are good and all, but what if they were just a little bit better? I'm looking at you, Fuecoco. I love starter Pokemon. I'm always really excited to see what the new ones will be every time a fresh generation comes along, and when I'm playing that new game, I love seeing what they evolve into. Pokemon Legends Arceus gave us all a neat surprise when the starter Pokemon evolved into regional variants of their final stages, and it made me wonder, what would a starter trio look like if they were all regional forms right off the bat? Well, let's find out. By the way, you should subscribe to my channel. My entire self-esteem hinges on my sub count. I was gonna make my fantasy starter trio by pulling a few random starters together, kind of like what the Legends games do, but then I had too many Paldean ideas, and also I just like the Gen 9 starters, so here we are. In a dream, I dreamt that Sprigatito's face thing could turn from being a weed into a lovely butterfly, and thus become Bug. A signature to Sprigatito's design are the wonky eyes, so I have to make sure mine look just as wonky to keep the tradition true. Sometimes I forget the power of having a reference. I was classically trained to draw by referencing life, and honestly, kind of feels like cheating. It's like tracing, but with your mind, like a psychic type. The trick I learned was to not look at what you're drawing. If you're using a reference, then you just gotta look at what you're referencing, and then trust that your hand will make the right movements to replicate what you see. Sounds like it shouldn't work, but after some practice, you'll get the hang of it, I promise. I drew in the head and then moved on to the body. I'm often told by you guys and other artist friends that my sketches are way too neat, and I would probably get better results if I just relax a little with my roughs, but I gotta keep it real with you guys, I just can't do it. I've tried. Oh, let me tell you, I have tried, but to no avail. Sometimes I sketch with my ink brush because I just know exactly what the end result should look like, and I can make it happen like first go 70% of the time. Solid odds if you ask me, so I just run with them. Overall, it's still very much designed like a regular Sprigatito, but I've just gone in and emphasized a more butterfly design with its grassier parts. The tail is also slightly differently shaped, if that makes sense at all. Just like a tiny amount. I really wasn't sure what colors to make my regional weed cat that is no longer a weed cat. At first I gave it this foresty look with blue eyes, but that's just basically its shiny form, which is a nice color, but incredibly boring for an alternate form. Now that I think about it, I never actually figured out the color I wanted it to be until I polished the artwork, so I suppose it will just be a very fun surprise at the very end of the video. That's how I hook you in for more watch time. Stay tuned till the end. Fuecoco is next up. You go, Fuecoco. A couple of months ago, I drew a Mega Fuecoco, which was kinda bonkers and hilarious. I loved it though, personally. I think it should be real. I find this Pokemon to be a little hard to draw, and I think the major reason why is because the eyes are just a bit strange. Like, they are cute, but for the majority of the drawing time, I don't have any colors blocked in, so the eyes just kind of make Fuecoco look like it's soullessly staring into the sun, letting the light burn what remains of its soul, aka a bit strange. I didn't have a type in mind while doing this first sketch, so I was just kind of drawing shit, and it wasn't until I was drawing in the rest of the body I was like, this really ain't gonna work. Nothing looked right, so I tried again. This time the posing is very much referencing the original artwork. I kind of covered this in my Alola forms video, but like having regional forms pose similarly or the same to their original counterparts is not that strange. In fact, a lot of official art does it, so I'm not that bothered. It was also at this point that I was a lot clear on the direction I wanted to go in for Fuecoco. Enter the fire poison type. It's a very fun type combo that I think I can definitely work with should I do evolutions of these guys in the future. You know, I've actually been doing a lot of first stage Pokemon this year. This is my third starter trio of 2026, so I kind of need to have a great big evolutions video where we just kind of evolve a bunch of stuff. Maybe a whole month dedicated to evolutions is in order. I can already see the name of the playlist. Evolutions June. Or a better name. The tail is curled to make it resemble more of a lizard or snake, maybe. Something venomous. Its other features are also a lot more rounded, like the nostrils and the belly marking. The head flames are now poisonous tendrils, and one of the eyelids are drooping. Perhaps it's swollen from some venom, even though it's part poison type, so it should be immune. I don't know why I'm fumbling this. Moving on. We now have Quaxley, the diva duck. This is my favorite favorite of the three to draw on account of it just being so easy to draw. Just a little bit of a truth nuke for you guys. I got to work on all of its key features. The head, beak, little neck fluff, and general body shape will all very much be the same. Since the design is pretty easily drawn, I did want the posing to be slightly more dynamic. This will be a water psychic type, and so I wanted to have this magician vibe going on. A very original design path to go down for a part psychic type starter. I believe it's actually never been done before. I'm a visionary. At first I was giving it this kind of orb hat because I thought it could resemble a crystal ball, but that wasn't looking good at all. Flames, I don't know why I'm rhyming. So anyways, I changed it into a wizard hat instead. I kind of vibe with it. It's very silly and it's very fun, and that's what Pokemon is all about. The Pokédex I say calmly. The Pokédex states that Quaxly actually came to Paldea many years ago from a faraway land. Maybe it doesn't use the exact terminology, but they came from somewhere else. So I like to think that these wizard guys here are the original Quaxly, and perhaps there's just something about Paldea that made them adapt without psychic powers. Perhaps there just wasn't a need for them. For the eyes, I originally drew them in regularly as per the OG, but then I thought that perhaps a sassier look could be in order. Maybe these Quaxly are just a little more cunning, smug even. The colors of its body are going to remain quite similar, but its turquoise or whatever color accents are going to be a lot more purple leaning. The white of its body is now a light gray, but the beak and eyes remain the same. Unless the eyes are different, in which case I cannot tell. When I script these videos, I'm just watching back my drawing footage, so if I can't physically see the difference in color, then I'm not gonna know. Whereas when I'm in my drawing software, I can see where the little marker is on the color wheel, and that's usually how I can tell what color something is. Finally, the marking on the head is no longer the classic wave design. Instead, I have made it a sparkle, which at the time, I know I intended it to be a cute nod to its psychic power, but unfortunately it just kind of looks like the sparkle logo that lets you know when something is made with AI. Don't worry, we don't use that shit on this channel. Anyways, time to take a peek at my take on a regional variant starter trio. Firstly, it is Sprigatito, the butterfly cat Pokemon. It is a grass bug type with the ability Swarm and the hidden ability Levitate. In a life-threatening situation, Sprigatito can use the wings on its chest to run away at a quicker pace. Sprigatito secretes a sweet nectar, which is loved by bug-type Pokemon. Next, it is Fuecoco, the venom croc Pokemon. It is a fire poison type with the brand new ability Toxin, which ups poison type moves in a pinch. Its hidden ability is Corrosion. Its blood is made up of a unique venom that is produced only by Fuecoco. It leaks from its head. Fuecoco tends to rest most hours of the day. If it gets injured, it will spray hot venom on its attacker. And finally, we have Quaxly, the fledgling Pokemon. This Quaxly is a water psychic type with the brand new ability Medium, which ups psychic type moves in a pinch. Its hidden ability is Telepathy. Many years ago, some Quaxly migrated, but they lost their psychic abilities. Its conical head ends in a sail that helps it move swiftly in rivers and streams. Well, there we have it. Consider the Paldea starter Pokemon regional formed. I tried to say it like I was on Punk'd, but it didn't land. Moving on. If you like these designs, then please let me know in the comments below, or if you don't like them, then you can tell me that too, I suppose. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single, I would say Fakemon Friday, but let's be honest, it's just the end of the week. I upload at the end of the week. Also, a massive shout out to all of our channel members. You are the butterflies in my stomach. Nope, sorry, don't worry. As you can tell, I'm very bad at this, but I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you, thank you. Okay, time for me to make like Team Rocket and blast off again.